Discover Your Legs Media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up. Hello and welcome and what's up? This is Innes Libby and you're in tune to Say With Your Legs Media. I must apologize. I'm a little bit under the weather. You can probably hear it's a little bit congested. So we're going to jump right into this. Remember to hit the like buttons. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out. We actually going to have quite a few interviews coming up. So what I'm going to do is basically I'm trying to highlight the African and Caribbean cyclists that are they aspire to be pro cyclists or elite cyclists, or just be competitive and travel around the world and just do all this stuff. So basically I'm going to have a bunch of those interviews coming, so please keep it locked, keep it tuned, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss. And my long-term goal is to be able to help out some of these cyclists, but I can't do that if you don't subscribe and like the channel. So that out of the way, let's get on with it. Bjarne Riis says farewell to the cycling scene as he starts a new career. So if you saw the thumbnail was what it was. So basically, Bjarne Riis, he came from an era like Lance Armstrong, in the rain and all that type of stuff, and it's really weird. So let's read his stories a little bit. Having spent almost 4 decades as a professional cyclist, team owner and manager Bjarne Riis has bid farewell to the world of cycling, according to the article of the Danish outlet. A prominent figure from the notorious 1990s era and the 1996 Tour de France champion, Riis considers his time in the sport to be over. He will instead shift his focus towards family and the new business ventures. The Dane, whose nickname in Danish was the Eagle of Herning, his hometown, said this family has relocated to Switzerland, from Switzerland to Denmark. What's the new business venture? Recently, he co-founded Riis Energy, a company specializing in the sale of heat pumps imported from Lithuania. Additionally, he has assumed a position on the board of Nortec, a company involved in the sale of laundry appliances and electric vehicle charging stations. If you want to invest in something, electric vehicle charging stations is the way to go. I have a friend who's doing that, and it's looking like it's the thing to go. Anyway, I digress. It says, I've been in the world of cycling. That's a closed chapter. I feel like doing something else, to explain. It's a mishmash of circumstances. Riis said he has a desire to spend more time with his 2 eldest sons and his grandchildren, especially after becoming a grandfather for the second time to a little boy. The Dane's legacy, like so many pros in this era, was tarnished when it was discovered he had doped for most of his career. So this is where we get into the thumbnail. The thumbnail is why it is what it is. In April 2007, Jeff DeHont, a former senior of Bjarne Riis, exposed doping practices in his cycling book implicating Riis and other riders. Following that, Brett Dietz, a Riis ex-Telecom teammate, admitted to doping during their time together, prompting confessions from other teammates and team doctors. Soon 3 more teammates, Rolf Aldag, Eric Zabel, and Brian Holm, confessed. I didn't know that Zabel also, but yeah. So Zabel was a sprinter, but in order for him to get over the mountains, I guess he needed a little something so he can make it to the end of the Tour de France and win that green jersey. Responding to the admission, Riis issued a press statement acknowledging mistakes and openly confessed to his use in EPO, growth hormone, cortisone, from 1993 to 1998, including during his 96 Tour de France victory, where he just annihilated in the rain, ended in the rain's career. After retiring from cycling, Riis went on to work as a director sportif for several teams, including CSC. So it says he says he's a fan of Jumbo-Visma, and he does admit to still watching bike racing as a fan. I still keep track of the sport, probably a bit too much if you ask my wife. And if you look at Jumbo-Visma, they are so skilled, Riis said. Of course, They have a large budget, but nothing is left to chance, and they do everything they can to chase the marginal gains that can give them the competitive advantage. Communication-wise, they could do a lot better, and I have to agree, especially after watching some of the races this year. In my opinion, but in all other areas, they are so far ahead of the rest. So this is why other teams do more to catch up. So why don't other teams do more to catch up with them? I just can't understand. If you are second best and you want to be the best, you have to be innovative and creative, be smarter or train harder. And I can see just where they are not doing that. So this is a little incident that happened. So when the Tour de France came to Denmark in 2022, the only Danish Tour winner and fellow countryman Jonas Vingegaard, who won that year, they were not invited to the Grand Departe in Copenhagen. The official explanation was that the priority was given to inviting politicians over former cyclists, while Riis himself stated he was disappointed at not being included, but I thought it was very strange feeling. He says today, it was probably a bit more challenging than I anticipated, than it would be, but I simply don't think they knew where to place me. So thinking of all of this stuff, all of the drug stuff, and do they want someone like that involved? You know how people are. They don't let you live it down. His legacy. This article addresses his doping history, saying that given his betrayal to the fans, that there are probably those who say Riis deservedly still has to be dragged with his sins of the past, while others have aired their views and been treated disproportionately harshly compared to other doping offenders. And I think talking about Lance Armstrong. When asked his thoughts on the question, he is slow to respond. The report said, "Oh, I don't know." He begins, and I think everyone has struggled with thirst, but obviously, I've been one of the best in the area, and therefore I've probably been more exposed. So I'm gonna stop it right there, but it goes on to say he's talking about forgiveness for cheating, the struggles of Jan Yerok, so he goes into Jan a little bit. But the thing is, this is my take, and this is my thing on it. So the big thing is Bjarne Riis has not been stripped of his Tour de France title, as far as I know, as far as I've heard. I haven't heard anything like the such. But Lance Armstrong is stripped, and they're still trying to do the man dirty and trying to, keep him under the jail, and he's not supposed to succeed or be successful. Where the rest of the cycling world and the rest of the pros that did the exact same thing that Lance Armstrong did still get to live a life, still get to prosper, and they keep their Tour de France victories. And by right, Lance has his Tour de France jerseys up in his house. I would as well. And I'm pretty sure that Riis has his Tour de France, one jersey up as well, parading that in his house. And, it's his prized pieces, his prized possession. So it's what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And if you go back in time and they start stripping guys that were found positive for doping, oh my goodness, there will be like major gaps in winners of the Tour de France. And even if you go back second, third, and fourth, you're still gonna find guys that were doping. So how do you solve for the problem? It is what it is. These guys came out, they apologized, they said what they did and stuff, and now they're trying to move on and actually be better people. But we still want to drag these people. All the people that drag Lance and stuff, and yeah, he did some bad stuff, but that's not the Lance of, that's not the same person. He knows what he did, and he's trying to be better. And this is where we as humans, we let ourselves down when people actually try to be better. And then if that person goes back into that place where they were before, can you blame them? If every time, someone tries to take a shot or take a jab or thinks they should be, living underneath the jail, how do we prosper as humans? So the man, he said his piece. He did it. He lived his transgressions, and now he's trying to do better and be better. And he is the one big thing he does is with I think it's Johnny Mellows, where they do the big bike giveaway, and then the kids after that had that horrific event at the school, he rallied and he got like literally hundreds of bikes for the kids and stuff. You know, the man is actually trying to do better, but then you still have people that are going to, reminisce on what was done and what is, and that's a shame. So this is my thing. I'm just drawing it back to Bjarne Riis. Is he has not been stripped of his title, and the thing is, my favorite rider in the world, the person who influenced me the most, who encouraged my riding style, who encouraged me to become a good cyclist, is Miguel Indurain. Miguel Indurain is completely off the radar. He has a race, like a really big race that a lot of the pros go to. It's a criterium or circuit race, Indurain International or something, and he's just going absolutely quiet and I only bring him up because he was like literally the rider that influenced my riding style the most. But the man, who is it? Greg LeMond came out and talked about, basically in so many words, said how the Spanish were doping, and Miguel Indurain was one of those. And it's pretty obvious, like when you look back at it, and then LeMond was just saying how like these guys were just out of this world fast, and that's when he realized, like, I need to get out of this. This is crazy. This is not for me. And riding natural, it just wasn't going to happen. So like Miguel Indurain and that whole Benesto team was probably on the juice, to Alano Abraham and Delgado, all of those guys, so these guys get to keep their titles. So what's up with that? So Bjarne Riis, he's moving on. Good on him. I'm glad he's getting on with life. I'm glad he's doing things and yeah. But yo, come on, man. We got to be even across the board. So I think they should reinstate Lance's titles. They are what they are, because if he was the only person out there doing what he was doing, then coolio. So if you're gonna do that, you're probably going to strip more than 50% of the peloton at the time if you take out people that were probably doing something. So anyway, that's it. This is Luby. I'm gonna be out. I said my bit. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and check out the website. I'm making a new banner for this YouTube page, so that should be up by the end of the week. And we got, like I said, we got interviews coming up from African and Caribbean cyclists as I can get them. And then also, yeah, check out the website, and that's gonna show a ton of information of the races that are coming up and everything. And yeah, the team Say It With Your Legs Media team is growing. So yeah, and we're getting strength, and that's the only way this is gonna grow, with people and with help. Anyway, I'm out. It's been 13 lovely minutes of yours truly. Once again, I'm going to say, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. You're going to hear it one more time in the outro as well. Anyway, peace out. Thank ya. And I will see you guys on the next one. Hopefully the next one is an interview. Alrighty. Peace. Say With Your Legs Media, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up.